What you are seeing is only the beginning. Now it's up to you to decide. You can choose the red pill and continue watching this tutorial, or choose the blue pill and discover the real techniques and hidden secrets of hackers with my new book, From Zero to Hacker, available on Amazon. Choose quickly. You'll find the link in the description.
Initially, we need to carry out a few checks and make sure we are ready for sniffing Wi-Fi. IP address checking can take several forms, but using IP address command and iwconfig will get you there. As you can see, it says WLAN 0 mon, which means that at the moment, the wireless service on this laptop is currently sniffing the air for wireless connections. Using ifconfig also shows that WLAN is in monitor mode. It has no IP address as it is no longer connected to the local access point. I am going to reset this current Aircrack session to its initial state by issuing Airmon-ng stop WLAN 0 mon. As you can see, we are now back and ready to begin. To begin using the Airmon-ng service, you have to initiate this by issuing the Airmon-ng start WLAN 0 command. It disconnects the wireless connection on the Kali Linux laptop and begins monitoring the air for wireless packets. You can confirm this one more time with the sudo airmon-ng command to identify your wireless dongle is in monitor mode. Now we are going to use a new command called airodump. This will begin monitoring the wireless in live time and collecting statistics on the wireless LAN networks in your area and their associated station tables. Almost instantly, it will begin scanning various channels, in this case on the 2.0 GHz spectrum. It has picked up access points on channel 1, 6 and 11 and also a connected device within the station section. Starting the process again, we are going to begin familiarizing ourselves with the CLI interfaces and how to examine the information displayed. We can look at the APs listed more closely. By pressing the A key, we are able to show AP only, station only, AP and station and also ACK. Now, if we hit the Tab key, it will highlight the first of the wireless LANs or BSS IDs. Click on the M key on your keyboard and it will change the colors, which is perfect for identifying specific BSS IDs and associated devices connected to it. I hit Tab again and identify the second BSS ID, and by hitting M, I color it red so it separates the colors from other BSS IDs. If another device appears in the station table below, it will also appear red. I now cycle through the other BSS IDs and select different colors. By pressing the S key, I can now sort the APs into ESSID order. As you can see, the green color for the BSS ID also has an associated device. Because we have now located the ESSIDs, I am going to single out my ESSID for testing. By issuing the same command again, this time followed by the -D flag, we single out my home ESSID, saved in the notepad file on the right of the screen. We will now only see my own devices connecting to my network. This is useful for targeting purposes and filters out all the other wireless networks. By taking this a stage further, we specify the channel we wish to filter on, using the -C flag. From the previous output, we found out that my ESSID was transmitting on channel 11, so I have typed -C11. This just makes the sniffing of packets more focused, as airodump no longer has to cycle through all of the channels. Instead, we only see channel 11 and connected devices. It is always good practice to turn off your monitor service after completing a session with Airmon-ng. It is the reverse of a command we issued at the beginning of this video, sudo airmon-ng stop WLAN 0 mon. With iwconfig, we can confirm the laptop is back to its original state. I had set up a session of Airmon-ng, where my laptop acts as a monitor and sniffs the air for wireless packets. So we are going to do this again, by putting the WLAN 0 interface into monitor mode. Using sudo airmon-ng start WLAN 0 will achieve this. Now, to begin sniffing the air for packets, we type sudo airodump-ng for this, using the WLAN 0 mon interface. This is simply to check that the Aircrack suite is functioning correctly, which it is. For the next part of this video, I am going to carry out a more focused airodump session. It will involve only targeting my wireless LAN and on a specific channel. The command for this is sudo airodump-ng wlan 0mon, followed by the --bssid parameter and my SSID. Lastly, we want the specific channel, so we use -c and the channel number. As we want to create a PCAP file for Wireshark analysis, we use the -w parameter and then name the file. Press enter and run the capture. In a laptop off screen, I am visiting sites such as google.com, my site which is GFL Solutions. I am also running a ping to Google's DNS address, all to generate data for the packet capture. I allow this session to run for a little while to create enough data and then save the capture by exiting out of airodump-ng. Airodump save files automatically in your home directory, in this case my Kali folder. 5 files are saved, including 2 CSV files, an XML file and the most important, a .pcap file. To test it worked, I open it automatically on my Kali Linux machine. I ported the .pcap file over to another laptop and can open with Wireshark there. I will be creating another video specific to Wireshark. For now, I will show some simple ways of filtering the huge number of packets that can be created, even in a short session. The different types of packets are color-coded, so as you can see at the top, there are some ICMP packets, which were created when I carried out a ping to Google's DNS server. It was an extended ping, so there are a lot of echo responses between my laptop and Google's DNS server. The next filter I use is for the IP address of my laptop. You can use the IP.address filter to achieve this, followed by the IP address you wish to filter by. There is a lot of traffic for this device as it was the one I was targeting, so you can see there are many requests, TCP and DNS and more. If we then filter by DNS, we will see all of the websites visited by this device. DNS stands for Domain Name System and converts host names to IP addresses. Very useful in ethical hacking to know what sites people are visiting. If we want to only target specific keywords, we can use the TCP contains filter. Here, I have filtered on GFL, which is part of my website. I do the same for Google as well, and you can also see packets for this. I didn't view any YouTube videos during this session, so it draws a blank. One useful protocol is UP, which is the layer 3 conversation between devices and the default gateway, in the case the wireless router. The router will try and find all of the devices and maintain an UP cache of all connected devices. If I want to find a device via its layer 2 address or MAC address, we use the f.address filter and I can see all of the traffic from a specific device. The last of the searches will be for the TCP port numbers, very useful when looking at specific streams of traffic. TCP port 443 is for HTTPS traffic, so it is secure. By searching on port 80, I am making sure there is no unsecured traffic. Thanks for joining us today for this easy-to-follow video on packet capturing with the Aircrack suite. Like, share and subscribe, and we will see you soon for more.